The Smithsonian Craft Show is back, and our very own Kevin McCarthy has a look at what to expect this year in our Fox 5 field trip. We have Kevin, who's out on our Fox 5 field trip. We'll check in with him as well.
Hey, good morning to you. Yeah, we're here at the National Building Museum having a great morning on a Fox 5 field trip. Obviously, it's beautiful in here. The Smithsonian Craft Show starts this morning at 10:30 a.m. It's the 40th anniversary. And coming up next, we're going to talk to a lighting designer who teaches us the technique of folding fabric to lights. We'll have more on that coming up right here on Fox 5. Stay tuned to Fox 5. We'll be right back.
The Smithsonian Craft Show is back. You can visit this multi-event and find plenty of one-of-a-kind pieces. Kevin McCarthy is out exploring at the National Building Museum for today's Fox 5 field trip. And Kevin, I actually have a friend in town, and she's going to that. This is right on time.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I wanted to start off on a big shot of where we are right now. Obviously, we're in the National Building Museum, which is an absolutely incredible place from a visual perspective, just in general. But now we're talking about the Smithsonian Craft Show, which actually launched last night and starts today here at 10:30 a.m. You can get tickets as well. It goes through the 24th. And one of the cool things about the craft show is these vendors are amazing. And I'm going to walk over to a vendor right now, specifically, and we're going to talk to Meghan Patrice Riley, who is actually a jewelry artist from Brooklyn. You're a vendor who's been here multiple times. Tell us what it is about the Smithsonian Craft Show that you love so much.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to be here, and the quality of craft is so high. To be juried in is such an honor, and it's wonderful.
Right.
And I'm a shopper too.
Yeah.
And I love coming and shopping.
Yeah, and everything here is essentially for sale with the vendors particularly, and you're actually going to be making something during the segment. So while we're talking, Megan's actually going to build or demo how some of her jewelry works. But if you don't mind, Megan, talk about the emotional connection that your story has to your mother, because the idea of why you started doing this is really special.
It is. It's really special for me. This is a passion project. I developed this over many years. I come to this not naturally. I was originally an economist, and my mother had cancer and was having problems with finding things that were lightweight enough and flexible enough to work with the removal of her lymph nodes.
Yeah.
So I developed this really light, airy, flexible cable jewelry that incorporates a lot of hypoallergenic materials like 14-karat gold fill, sterling silver, freshwater pearls, different gemstones, really lovely, sparkly things that are light and easy to wear without being heavy on your body.
Yeah.
So it was something to make her feel really special and
beautiful. Yeah.
And adorned. Yeah.
That's amazing.
She loves to get dressed.
Yeah.
Loves.
Well, I love that you did that. And I mentioned your studios in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Tell us about your pricing. You actually have very affordable pricing, because jewelry obviously is very expensive for a lot of it. But you actually have some really good prices. Tell us about that.
So I've developed this over a lot of years, and I really thought about incorporating different materials. So I do use alternative materials. I use a lot of stainless steel cable.
Yeah.
And it's flexible. It's kind of based on the engineering of like the bridges, suspension bridges. And so with that, I start incorporating these fine materials, and I'm able to balance the materials to get a nice price point. I range a lot from having things, $80 up to $150 for earrings. So it's that blend of materials and my engineering that makes it. I'm able to get some really high craft and design and quality with more, maybe like the quotidian materials that we find everywhere around us.
Right, and now, we're standing here in the National Building Museum, which, as I mentioned, on its own is already an incredible space to be in. Like, you just look up and it's just like, right up there, it's unbelievable. Look at that shot. It's an unbelievable shot. To be here in this space, what does this building mean to you in terms of like being here as part of this Smithsonian Craft Show?
I was saying earlier, it does feel like a homecoming. We've been gone so long. We haven't had in-person events. To be back here, to be juried in, is a super high honor.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful to see our community together, to see our peers, to hug. To experience and touch their beautiful pieces, to shop a little bit, and then also see our family of customers and clients that come and for years and years come back and over again and show us the beautiful things that they treasure and love, and how they style them and make them their own is just It is like so fantastic and blows my mind every single time.
I'm assuming this is something you've made. Yeah,
it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, we got to wrap it up. Definitely
you.
check out the Smithsonian Craft Show. Happens today through the 24th. Real fast before we go, how can people find your store?
We can find us in booth 120B. I'm Meghan Patrice Riley at meghanpatriceriley.com as well. We're always online.
Awesome.
What you can get here is the best selection. So I encourage you to come.
Sounds great. Thank you very much. Back to you guys in the studio. Coming up next, we're going to have a lighting designer, the person I teased earlier about how they fold fabrics into light. So we're going to have more of that coming up in our 923 segment as we're here at this National Building Museum. Thank you, Meghan. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
Hi.